Hello and welcome to A Moment with Pastor Nesh. Today we talk about love on the basis of creating indestructible couples. We have about 8 types of love: eros, philia, ludus, agape love, pragma, philautia, storge, mania. My concern today is in creating indestructible couples. I believe that if I give you 4 points, you can always get more points in other places that will maybe enhance my points. And so I have about 4 things that you need to understand if you want to become a strong, indestructible couple. Number 1 is understanding the role of man and woman in the relationship. Man is supposed to be the provider, and then the woman is supposed to be the manager, a multiplier. She is an incubator. You give her a seed and she will give you a harvest. We have men who want women to provide for them, and every time you reverse the roles, something goes wrong. In Proverbs chapter number 31, from verses 10 to 31, you find the illustration of a virtuous woman. She multiplies what her husband gives her. In 1 Timothy chapter number 5 and verse 8, the Bible says that a man is supposed to provide, and if he is not providing, he is worse than an infidel, worse than an unbeliever. Do not make the woman do the work that is supposed to be done by the man, and do not make the man do the work that is supposed to be done by the woman. Number 2, understand the hierarchy and protocol. Man and woman are equal, but husband and wife are not equal. Male and female were created on the same day in Genesis chapter number 1 and verses 28, but woman and man were created on different days. That is to show you that even if we are similar, we are not equal. My fingers are similar. They look like one another, but they are not equal. There are things that the man can do, and there are things that the woman can do that the man cannot do. This issue of women saying that what a man can do, a woman can do better, it's a demonic propaganda, and we need to be very careful with it. For example, we do not have womb, so we cannot carry a pregnancy. Women cannot impregnate themselves. God spoke to Adam and gave him instructions, not to Eve, in Genesis chapter number 2 and verses 15 through 18. This is why when they fell, it is called the fall of man, because it is man who fell. It is man that God had given instructions, not the woman. The hierarchy is from God, then to man, then to woman, then to children. And that is how God has set it. Whatever gives birth to a thing feeds it. Man gives birth to a woman, and so the woman feeds from man. The woman gives birth to children, so the children feed off the woman. God is the one that gave birth to man, so man feeds from God. Now, when a boy has become a man, he must come out under the mother now and join himself connected directly from God, and then he supplies down the chain. Number 3, understanding maturity. You are not a man because of age. You are not a man because of what you carry between your legs. You are a man based on maturity, else you are just but a boy. That is in Genesis chapter number 2, 24 through to 25, where the Bible says that now a man shall leave his father and mother. When you become a man, one indication that you have become a man is when you stop depending on your father and mother, and you stand on your own and now have people depending on you. The same case with a woman. A woman is not a woman because of age, because I have heard so many people asking what is the right age to get married, to start a family. It's not about the age, it is about maturity. If you cannot humble yourself under a man, you are still not yet mature to be enjoyed to a man as a wife. Being old does not always mean you are wise or mature. We have very many old, immature people. We have very many old fools. It is possible for you to be old in age but not mature. Maturity comes with selflessness. One of the characteristics of childishness is selfishness. A person who is selfish, self-centered, who is always looking at themselves. What am I going to gain? What am I going to get? They are immature. And you can see it in children. Children do not care about what the parents do to get them through. As long as food is on the table, they are fed, they are clothed. As long as they have a roof over their head, they don't care, because they only care about themselves. So number 4, understanding love and submission. What is love? Love is not a feeling. Love is a responsibility, is a commitment, is a decision. I've already explained this in another video, which you can go back to what I've posted and you will see it. And what is submission? Submission is not saying yes to everything that you are told. Submission is understanding the mission. Submission is made of two words, sub and mission. It is a small mission within a mission. And I want to tell men, women do not submit to a man. Women submit to a mission. Women submit to a vision, to where you are going. Submission is having a person who is going in the same direction that you are going. Right now, if I'm going in a certain direction and I meet someone who is going whether midway or all the way to where I'm going, then theirs become a submission. My main mission is going to where I'm going, but then I have carried someone else who has a submission within my mission. You will find many men out there complaining that this woman is not submissive, this woman does not submit to me, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. And many men even saying, I am the man of the house, as if someone has said they are not. But women do not submit to words. Women do not submit to men. Women submit to a mission. They submit to a vision. The moment you show woman your vision, now that is when they decide if that is the direction they are going or that is not where they are going. And if they are not going in that direction, no matter what you try to do, no matter how you try to blackmail them, then they will not go in that direction. But if they see where you are going and they see that is where I would want to be in life, they will always submit. They will always, come under your vision and hold you up. God commands man to love the wife. Ephesians 5:25. It is not man love women. No, this is a command for husband to their wife. The same way in Ephesians 5:22. Wives, submit yourself to your husbands. Many people try and twist this as if to make all women submit to men. That is not what the Bible says. If a person is not your wife, she is not commanded to submit to you. Why does God command women to submit? Because they are very powerful. Women are a progression, an advancement of man. They were created after man was created. And this is why you will see they are an advanced version of man. They have a womb, breast, a good shape. They are an advancement. And every advancement comes with superior qualities to what was the prototype. It is hard for a woman who knows how powerful she is to submit to a man. This is why the Bible commands them to submit. This is the same reason why a man is commanded to love, because it is difficult for a man to love one woman, because men get distracted very easily, very fast. For a man to love one woman through and through, year after year, years after years, decades after decades, then it takes a lot of commitment to do it. It takes a lot of decisions to do it. It takes a lot of responsibility to do it. God will never command something that is easy. He commands women to submit because it is hard for a woman to submit, because she is powerful. Even if the Bible calls them weaker sex, yes, they are weak in the fact that they are not as muscular as men are in the sense of strength, but they are powerful. Lacking strength does not mean that you are not powerful. If you meet a very thin policeman, it does not mean that that policeman cannot arrest you. They are powerful even though they are weak. The reason why they are called weak is because even if they are the incubator of life, it is man that brings life into her womb, because after every 28 days, if the ovaries within her are not fertilized by man, they are a waste. But a man can live with a sperm inside of him for many years with no worries until the day he meets eggs which he can fertilize. So this is why they are called weaker, and this is why a man is viewed as stronger. You need to understand that you do not submit because your husband loves you. You submit to him because he is your husband. You will find many people that say, oh, the reason why I don't love her is because she doesn't submit. The Bible does not tell you to love her because she submits. These things are independent. My last point is that you need to get into a relationship without thinking of an exit. I have met people that say, let me get in and try. This is another thing that is breaking so many relationships in our generation, because people do not go there with one mind. They go there thinking, if it doesn't work, I will go out. Don't go in with an exit plan. Go in knowing that this is for better, for worse, until death do us part. I'm not saying that if you are being mistreated where you are, you should stay. No, God is a father, and no father would want their children in a place they are not happy. But I'm saying that even before you get in, go in without an exit plan, knowing that I'm going in and I'm going to make it. Don't do this thing as a trial and error, and then trust God. I don't have monopoly of knowledge. So these are just few things, some few pointers here and there. If you can apply them in your relationships will be strong enough, able susceptible to wither or conditions. This has been A Moment with Pastor Nesh, and until you hear from me next time, may God bless you, may God keep you, may God lift you higher than I am. Shalom, and keep the faith.